Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're here at the Modest House Build. And a lot of you guys have been saying, man, Kyle, that's not modest, that's a huge house. Well, it's 1,800 square foot, 3-bedroom. I'd say that's pretty modest compared to what you see on social media because everybody wants to highlight this ginormous, amazing home. And this is respectable. This is like, you know, this is the bread and butter of the Midwest. But regardless, that all aside, today it's all about windows and door framing. And we've got a couple windows in this build that are atypical to our post frame design. So this is going to share with you guys not only how to do a typical window and door frame on a post frame, but also when you need a window or door directly where your load bearing columns are. So with that, let's go ahead and get into it.
How many of those?
2 24.25, 2 33.25.
33.25?
Yep. And I'm only doing this here because I don't want to have my phone in my hands all day. 51.25, 5.
51.25 at 5.
And then 36.25, 6. Okay.
36.25.
Man,
6.
I left my nice insulated gloves at home, but boom, look at this, dude. USB-C rechargeable hand warmers. Greg, this is only on a 1 bar too. Just feel it.
Go ahead and throw it in there.
Okay. Tell me what you think.
That is nice and warm.
That's only 1 bar.
That is really nice.
So that'll get you on 1 bar probably most of the day. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my, let's see, I'm a righty, so I'm gonna put it in my left.
Would it be better on top of the hand? Probably.
Okay, all right. This is a little awkward. Let's see how this goes. It's only gonna be like 40 today, but
43 with winds.
These ends are just all weird sometimes, so if you can, let's get rid of them. These are our window boxes, so we want them to be as good as possible because whoever's going to be trimming the windows, they will thank us if they're good quality and consistent in depth and width and all that other stuff. That just makes everybody's job easier. You notice I start piling up all these pieces as I get close to an end and I'm close to the count I need. I always try to look at, okay, what does my scrap get me? Like, yeah, I could cut another one of my 51.25s that I need out of this, but if I use it for one of my 75s, I'm only gonna have a little bit of waste. It's just something I always try to do. Obviously, when I have waste like this is a good day. Like, this is it. So, all right, Greg, you can start putting some windows together if you want. I can get you some of the dimensions.
Yep.
And we'll start putting some of these together.
Are these all the windows right here?
Well, that's the pieces I've got done so far. Okay, so there's 5 at 36 by 60. Those are the actual ROs. So you're gonna take the 36.25s.
Okay.
Or 39.25, sorry.
That's these guys here?
Yep, and then these will go on the sides. So 5 of these windows, these are the top bottoms and these are the sides.
Okay.
So the rough opening should end up being 36.25 by 60.25.
Okay. So these are gonna go like so.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
That's it, buddy. 36.25. That's why I love the cut hub, man. So easy to just make your repetitious cuts instead of having to pull the tape measure out every board. And yeah, you don't have to have a cut hub. You could make your own, but this is so much easier. You don't have to like screw a board down or anything. You just slide this bad boy.
Honestly, I think if you could set it up to where you can use those
numbers.
Those numbers.
Yeah. But that's, you know, I wouldn't trust it every time anyway, even if I thought I could, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would want to check every time. I got trust issues. Hey, let's go. I will say these 2x12s are pretty dang money though.
Yeah?
Yeah. I got some good ones.
What are those for, the porch?
Those are, no, oh shoot, dude. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I gotta get some porch header material, don't I?
Yeah.
All right, got all the windows cut up. Greg's moving along with putting them together already, and they're looking pretty good. Now I'm gonna move on to cutting door frames. So the goal here is hopefully we can get all this window and door framing done, because even if Greg and I were talking, we might just move right on to NovaCore. I don't want to, but being such a small building, we typically want the roof framed, sheathed, or at least locked down with some shear before we move to walls. But I feel pretty good about this small building, so we might just move right into wall sheathing after this. And the reason we can't do the roof sheathing right now is because it hasn't showed up. Behind us is NovaCore, and that's for the walls. So we kind of need our sheathing to show up before we can do that. So here, this is a window here, and then always got to keep my eyes on Greg, man. And you know what? This is my fault. I didn't give you a list. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and put all these windows together so you know what's what. That way you don't get confused, okay?
That would be nice.
Here, that's that.
That's a window, that's a window.
That's the window for the...
This is for the header. Yep.
Okay. Then we got, this is a window here. Here, grab this guy out of the way.
Yep.
And then we got...
I'm assuming these guys that are next to each other, or...
We got 3 48.25, which these should be 51.25,
yep,
and 36.25. So there.
Right there. Those go together.
Yep, there you go. Okay, but here, this is...
That's tops.
Top, bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not a 13, that's a B.
I understand.
Yeah, okay.
I was here when it got figured out, so I understand it. A lot of times, like when you're gone, I'm trying to cut up lumber, I'm like, how does Kyle have this figured out? And
the most convoluted but efficient way possible, okay?
Well, I'm just like, I think it's this way, but so I'm gonna do it this way.
Well, a lot of times when I'm making up lumber, I think, how would Greg cut this so I don't have to confuse him anymore?
So maybe we just cross paths most of the time, and that's how things get messed up.
I think so. So because I'm using white wood and these are gonna be door jambs, you guys may have seen it before on the channel. I'm just going and taking some seal tape and I'm taping up the bottoms just to add another level of protection, because this is where, you know, there will be some concrete poured right at this level, not up on it, shouldn't be, but just to give me a little bit more protection. Not that it's, I don't think it's really that necessary, but, and then also I'm just marking which way my crown is on these, just so it's already done. I'll have to do it later. Okay, that's my back door. I'm just taking the plan, I just got it on my phone here, and Greg and I are gonna go ahead and make sure all of our windows are laid out according to the plan and see if we have to adjust anything. I do know that we have a little bit unique situation that I talked about in the intro for this building specifically, because we have some columns that are in the way of where our windows should be. So it's not ideal, and in post frame, if you can keep all of your windows and doors inside of a bay, you're gonna be the most efficient, but it's totally doable if you do want a window or door where a column typically would be, and that's what we're gonna be doing here shortly, so stick around if that's what you wanna know about. So this one right here, Greg, centered off of this guy, yep, is gonna be 3 foot center.
Off of the face of this guy?
Yeah, but hey, we gotta remember, we gotta add our NovaCore to that dimension, because, well, see, that's interesting, because this is coming off of the framing, not the finishes. So yeah, just do 3 foot off the framing. Ooh, that wind.
Oh,
okay, and then we're gonna be here. So now, yeah, square that up, and then I'm gonna take your tape and I'm gonna go 15 feet from there. Or here, I got my tape right here. Hold me. Or go all the way in and go 18, whatever you wanna do.
I'm gonna burn you a foot. Is that good?
So I'll go 16.
Yeah, on this march.
Ooh, that's really close here. Is that right next to that column? Yeah, it is right next to that column. Okay, hold on. Then we are going to be from there 11. So I have to have you come over here and hold me. Okay. So you're gonna burn me foot again?
Yep.
All right. Hold me there.
I'm gonna go right on top of the board.
So I'm gonna be 12. Okay. And then we got our door. And here's the important thing here is that these are both equal off of the door. So even though, you know, I'm hoping we're gonna find out, we'll check this door center and then we'll also.
Well, what's the door center off of that corner?
23 feet. Okay. Now, this rough opening should be 37 1/4. So 37 1/4 divided by 2, 18 5/8. Which we know this column, we were going to be close. So 18 5/8 plus 1.5 inches is 20. Yeah, we're good. So this one's got to get headed off here. So this is one of the columns that we'll have to header, okay? Which is on an end wall, so it's not a big deal.
I mean, the truss will carry all that weight.
Yeah. They're all structural ends. Okay, so we're just gonna, yeah. And then around the corner, oh yeah, we're changing this one to go here. It was gonna be there. He told me to change it to this one, this corner. I don't know why, but that's what made sense to them. So this is a big boy. Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
So which window is this?
This is the 6-footer.
The really big one?
Yeah.
I'd bring it over as far this way so it's not tucked in that.
Yeah, we're just doing horizontal siding, so it doesn't really matter.
No.
If we put it here, that doesn't give a lot of room on the inside.
That'll give you about an 1.5 inches, 2 inches.
Yeah. I just like to keep things somewhat even, you know? Mm-hmm. So let's just go 4'6". And I'll confirm that with the customer because this is not on the plan. But there, okay? That'll kind of keep it off this corner. I don't like when windows or doors are like super tight in the corner. It's hard to trim them out and then they just kind of look stupid too. This is the kitchen sink window. So this one, I'm gonna go off the plan and nothing's been ordered yet for cabinets, so 19, let me just double check this math. 11/7, 8/1, 19/8, and 5, 24/8. Okay. All right. I think we got one more to go here. I'm getting a little cold now. That wind is chilly. No, that ain't gonna work. I know what they got. They got a closet here. So they're looking to be off of this closet. So we're just gonna have to peep it as tight as possible. It's a 3-footer. Hopefully we can use this column. I mean, that'll still be, it's 4.5 feet off the wall still. Plenty big enough for the closet. It's just gonna be a little tight. Okay, so now we got all of our windows at least laid out. We know we've got 3, one on that end, one by the kitchen, and then this garage window is actually in the center too. I'm gonna talk to my client about that one, see if we have to put it in the center. 2 reasons. 1, because there's a column there, but 2, I don't really like windows in the center of a wall.
One single
When you have one single window like dead center, it's not even a big window, it just looks a little off. I would rather put it to a corner, but it's not mine. So I'm gonna talk to my client before we do anything. So Greg, let's get all of our header material.
Is that one situation where you talk to the client about maybe putting another window in?
Yeah, I would probably add a window if they wanted to, but it's a garage, so they might not want, he might want, you know, he might have an idea on some layout stuff, so we'll let that be his decision. It's not my house, you know? Mm-hmm. Okay. let's get our stuff, let's get our windows laid out where they go, and we'll start doing some framing. I mean, this to me could go this way. This could go to the north just a hair. Is that what you want?
I want more than a hair, but yeah.
Well,
I do want it to come to the north.
Oh no.
Rip.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I would take it to the north a little. What about that garage? Remember that, Greg, was really messed up?
Oh yeah, it straightened it out nice.
Really?
Beautiful.
So it settled in and is all good, huh?
Ooh, this is, it might be more than I want.
Nah, just do it. Don't be scared. Okay, so that is kissing the line. Like I could go just a hair.
It'll probably be all right.
Now this tells, well, look at the post has got a little something.
Did we crank it too much?
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, that's not much.
No, and I think it's more from the bottom. Like if I come up here, you see that?
Yeah.
We might need to just kind of, well, I think it's fine, dude. I think this bottom might be in just a scotch. We're not, you know, we're not perfect. All right, so Greg went around, checked all the walls. We're pretty good and locked in. And now we're gonna go ahead and put our headers in. So the goal here is to install our, I call them a header. It's literally just a board to mount the window because remember, that's the beauty of post frame. This is where all of our structure is. Everything is weighted on these columns, the roof line, the walls, everything comes down here. So anything we do in here, it doesn't really need a header. It just needs enough structure to make sure it's solid. So we put a board across, kind of like a girt. That's what we're gonna mount our window on, get them all located in the right spot, and I'm gonna snap some pictures. It makes it a little bit difficult not having my client even in the same state because I wanna make sure that everything is where they want it. I follow the plan, but let's be honest, a lot of times when you see something on a piece of paper, it doesn't make as much sense as when you see it in real life. So when you can come out and you can walk around and be like, yeah, I like this. Ooh, I don't like where that window is. That's really hard to do. So I'm gonna send some pictures before we get too involved and start cutting our girts out. And then we got a lot of rework to do. All right, let's get our headers and start installing them. You know what I'm saying, Greg? That should have been a 16, save it. We're gonna do a 16. We can use these 8-footers somewhere, right? Like whether that be.
Which one should have been 16?
Well, here, this should have been a 16 across the porch because there's a window and 2 doors. And then that should have been a 16 because that's a window and a door. And then that's probably it. So if we have 2 good 16s, it's just a lot easier, but oh well, it's too late now.
I've already got them cut up. It's just use them.
I don't think I'm gonna hit the plywood, am I? Nah.
They make new plywood every day.
That's right. Am I gonna hit it, Greg?
No.
I think I'm pretty close, but
I mean, you might. I don't know.
I don't think so.
It's hard to say.
Way better than a ladder. Am I right? Okay, let's see. So one thing that we always do, and this is where I think it's important to let the client see it, is I always make sure that the top of our windows is also the top of our doors. So we got a rough opening of 82 inches on our door. So that means that the top of my board that I'm framing in here for the rough opening of my window is also going to be at 82 inches. Now, unfortunately, we have nothing to measure off of because we don't have a concrete floor. We don't even have we have nothing. We just have like a foundation wall, which we know is not perfect. But the one thing we do have is all of our columns were story poled. So we put measurements and marks on all these columns based on the story pole, and I can use those marks to then find out where 82 inches is knowing that each of these girts is 2 foot centered off the bottom of 0. Just a quick check, because it never hurts to double check. Yes, 2 foot on center. So 2, 4, 6, that means 72 inches is the center of this. You know what? Let's do this. Let's pull out the calculator. It's a little bit easier. This is 96 center. 96 inch minus 2 inch 3/4. That finds me the bottom of this board. And then we're gonna go minus 82 inch. So 11 1/4 down is our header height. 11 1/4. All right, buddy, so here, just do me a favor.
Yep.
What is that one? That one's a 7/16. Mm-hmm. So in theory, this should be like, I don't know, it's hard to tell really. It's like 81 3/4, because I had cut off a 7/16 on that bracket. Oh, but then it's another quarter, so that's like 3/16.
I think we figured in the 1/4 inch.
Well, yeah, but that's why we had to cut off 7/16 is because that includes the 1/4 inch of bracket.
Right. Yep.
What?
I guess that one doesn't matter.
It always matters. Tell me.
No, I was just thinking about porch headers.
No, this shouldn't be in the way.
So that's what I'm saying. That one shouldn't matter. But when we get to that porch over there, it's maybe something we want to think about.
No, it should be fine. We'll just have to block the post because the bottom doesn't need any header anyway. This is going to be an open porch.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
An open porch.
Why don't you just come in here with me? What are you even doing down there?
I was handing you stuff and I was going to hold the window.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you feel like that's valuable.
I don't know.
It's weird how that works.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought that I put a mark on both and they're actually
where it should be.
Right where it should be.
Laser lines.
It's weird.
Weird. Guess that means our wall didn't heave at all.
Yeah, I like that, my guy. Okay, here, take this. Actually, I'm gonna keep it.
Keep it, brother.
It's mine. All right, get your
this window
get
right
your
here
window. Get a center mark.
Yep.
And I will get a center mark up here. And let's hope. This is where the laser is nice, but I guess not today, huh?
I'll start walking your way. 15 1/8. What do you mean?
I mean, take that gird off and move it. No.
Well, it's gonna be all these windows, brother.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Exactly.
Or
I mean, I think, you know what? Just leave it.
yeah, just leave it.
1/4 inch.
1/4 inch.
Doesn't matter.
It matters. Going down a 1/4 inch isn't great, but coming up 1 1/4 inch would be nice. But actually, no, it wouldn't. Because
then you got half a. You want to drop it.
I want to drop it, if anything.
Oh man, we're gonna have to do some fun stuff with the the stone, huh?
Oh yeah. Same as my shop. We're gonna run with these headers. Just leave them. We'll pull these boards off. We'll do our window frames. We'll get everything perfect, and then we'll just fill back in with pieces right where we're supposed to be. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. Nice. Here we go. Here we go. Here, see that chain?
Yeah, I see it.
Nice work, dude. You are the man. The myth. The legend. Right there, dog.
Holding.
You are just absolutely perfect right now.
You don't have to say that.
I love the wind, my guy.
There's a 40-mile-an-hour gust.
Nah, that was 27.
27?
Yeah.
You think so? Mm-hmm. Well, I bet you we didn't have all this wind block around. It probably would have been around 40.
Love it, dude. Man, you are goated on this window box hanging.
It's on a couple. But
is literally
this
the
one-
best looking 2x12 I think I've ever seen.
I bet you this one's better.
Let me take a look. I mean, it's pretty good, but it's got a little bit of a, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a good one.
It's pretty good.
I do like it.
It do be pretty good.
Okay, then don't cut it then.
What?
You don't have to cut it.
Why?
Because if we're gonna use it as our door header, don't matter.
Oh, we want to use it as door header.
I'm looking for a really good, flat, straight one that'll be our door header here.
Okay. Well, that was not that great.
Okay, well then we'll use that as a porch header. So what we've decided to do is, I know we're on window and door headers. This kind of all ties together here because right here where we have to cut out this column is where a window goes, which is a very important window. It's our kitchen window. In order to cut out this column, we need something to support the weight of the trusses. And how do you guys like this wind? You probably don't even maybe know it's that windy, but it is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our porch headers on. We've got a porch that goes along this whole back wall, and we need headers because normally our porches are 8 foot on center so that all the porch framing comes directly back to a column, and that load is then carried down right to the foundation. So when we put these porch headers up, the reason for that is because unlike most buildings that are 8 foot on center porch framing that all then ties back right to a column that is 8 foot on center and has a direct load path, this is going to be 12 foot on center, which means that all of the, let's see, this first rafter is going to be right in the middle of this bay. So we're going to bring a header through this whole top so that our rafters can be mounted on the header with hangers all the way down. So by putting our porch headers in though, it's going to take weight from this column so that we can cut it out of our way, and then we'll add another header, another 2x12, and that will be installed exactly where both the header for the walk door and the header for this kitchen window will be both the exact same. So we got to kind of walk before we can run here on this one, and we got to get our headers installed on the porch first. This header doesn't really mean much for perfection, so we don't need it to be perfectly level. We just are going to use this nailer row as kind of our guide. It's really only here so that when we fasten our rafters, we have something solid behind our sheathing. So here, Greg, you ready?
Yep.
You got your drill?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and
Just shove it up and just hold it there. Yep.
don't move it, don't move it, don't move it.
Do it. Nice work.
Solid.
Got you, brother. Wait a second. We need another 8-footer in here.
Yeah.
Nah, no we don't. No we don't. That just get blocked and goes on the wall down there.
Because it's every 12 foot.
Huh? It's every 12 foot.
Yeah. Yep.
We'd be fine. All right, so this right here is where we've got to cut this column, because what we're going to do is we're going to run another 2x12 across just like this. That's going to give us an additional header, and this is an actual header because we are headering off this column and spreading the weight to these outside columns. And we've got a walk door and a window, and they are both at the same height elevation. So the nice thing is we can run this header across. We can create basically our top of our window box and our door box. So we're going to need a board to go between this, Greg, here.
I'll try to get up above it a little bit so that.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Most of the sawdust is going to come right at you anyway. Actually, I'm going to have to go this way. I want to see the top of my blade. You okay? Actually, I got it all up in the face too, my guy. All right, now I don't want to go full on. All right, now let's go ahead and get our 13-inch marks. We'll put our header on. Remember, 13 being here.
Yep.
Can you reach out and get it or no?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
That's fair.
Let's do this.
That's fair.
All right, that's the header. We got our header on. I made the cut almost entirely through this column, so it's only got like maybe an inch left to cut. Now we're gonna go ahead and attach this header, then we can make that final cut right there, and then we can frame in our window. So it's a little bit more daunting than just putting a window right in the middle of a bay, but you can do it if you want to. Do you need to make a mark or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
What? I'm afraid that was gonna happen.
What happened?
It just blew out the side, that's all.
+3, so from this measurement here, 39 1/4 is my cutout. Okay. This is when I wish I had the Makita 16-inch cordless beam saw that I've seen going all over the internet. Just a single pass right through there. All right. I think we're good to cut this out. Look at that, no pinching, no nothing. Sweet. I guess that's how you know that your header did a decent job. Okay, so before I disconnect this though, so these don't go all over the place, we'll go ahead and frame in these walk doors, the jambs for the walk door. And they should be, and they are, right there to the bottom of this 2x12. And then we'll have a top stiffener board that's gonna go across this whole entire length, which is why right here you can see this cut is up 1.5 inches. So we'll be able to put a board, something like this, right here, and it will go all the way through, and that will define the top of both our door and our window. Push it down.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
It's gonna get crazy up in here.
I don't think it's gonna be too crazy. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see it or not, are we?
I see it right there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Right there.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
Slim pickings.
With these glasses though?
I see it on your face.
I see it on my face.
And then directly above your head if you look straight up. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Then let's get one on the header. Okay. Right there. Okay. All right, then we come over, grab the other. I'm hitting 37 1/4.
I had a little freak out moment. I thought I put the tape side up.
I didn't even check, dude.
I didn't either. And then I saw the tape on the bottom, like, oh shoot.
Oh, shoot.
It's like one of those things, get lucky.
You know,
But I feel like it's also one of those things, if you were to put it up upside down, you see it and be like, oh yeah, that goes.
I think it's just one of those things that you didn't even notice because you don't even pay attention because you already know and it just subconsciously happens. You can tell there's definitely, and maybe you can't tell because in a video, what's the difference? You don't know how time really is perceived. But for us, in a normal install where there's no header details like this, where we just put windows in the middle of bays, we would have had all these windows done by lunchtime. We probably won't get all these windows and doors done by the end of today. And while that's okay, we're not like on a huge time crunch, it just goes to show that a lot of people will send me pictures of like a home plan and say, hey, can I do post frame? And the answer is always yes. You can do post frame anytime. You can always do it. It always comes down to how much time, how much money you want to put into it. If you want the most efficient post frame home, then you have to think about things like this that include making sure your windows and doors and other design, attributes of the build, they follow along with the certain principles or kind of design of a barn that makes it so efficient. And no big deal, we can do anything, but this is just more work. We don't want to pop them out too much because then we got nails we got to deal with. If we just give a little pop and just get enough gap to slide this Sawzall blade in, then we're good to go.
Not too bad.
Not too shabby.
10, 5, and 11/16.
Okay. 10, 5, and 11/16, he says. We didn't do too bad here, Greg. Everything looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool thing is this design, it's basically like an engineered overhead door. I mean, if you were to take all this out and just have our header across, it's basically a big garage door. And then we're just kind of framing some windows and doors inside of that opening. So that's how I know that we're good with our framing design. It's because we do it all the time. Anytime we do a door, specifically when there's no foundation poured already, even if there is a foundation, doesn't matter. We have this condition where this is, well, that's really tight right now, but this can move around, and we also don't know that it's right where we want it. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna take some seal tape, just like we taped the bottom of this, and I'm gonna fasten it down with some Tapcons, just like this. It's gonna do two things for me. One, it's gonna make sure that this is square. So it's gonna force this square when I screw it in, but also it's going to hold it solid to the concrete right where we want it, give me a place to fasten my grade board on the outside so that it doesn't move. And when I come across on the inside, it will also give me a nice place to fasten. And it just kind of solidifies everything. The thing I have to do is I have to make sure I'll grab my straight edge, my stabila, and make sure from column to column, these posts are right where they belong. So first thing I'll do is just get these taped up so they're protected. All right. Where's it tight at? I think it's there, dude. You're still going. Keep going like that.
Bouncing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is almost there. Let's go ahead and
pretty close, yeah?
Well, close is not good enough, man. Here, hit this one. I'm gonna pull it.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Hit a little more on this one. Hold up. Okay, hold that. This other one's gonna come out. So just hold that there. You're doing great things, man.
Trying.
Some would even say better than great. I don't know who, but. You're doing a good job, man. Holy cow, did you see how fast that drilled? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Nice job. So, we're tight down here, but now what we need to do is I'm gonna use Greg to make sure. Greg, grab your square, and we're gonna get screws in from the top, and then this will kind of solidify this here. Let's see if I can't make myself a little something here. And it's not enough. I was hoping it'd be longer and I could walk it up like a plank, you know, but
Not long.
not. Can I get your square on here?
Yep. Okay, take it towards you. Up. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Greg, push the door. Push the door because it's not flush. No, don't hit it. Just push it slightly. Push it.
I did.
No, push it more. There you go, right there. Okay, just make sure that's flush. You got your board cut then or no?
Yeah, it's in it right here. I believe I got it cut. I don't remember what I did.
That's there. Tell you what, that sun is warm.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
No, it ain't.
36 1/4.
Oops. You got 10?
Yeah.
Okay. And then 70 1/4. All right.
That.
9 and almost 9/8. Weird.
You see 9/8?
Nah. It's like 9 and 13/16.
Oh, I moved it.
Does that make sense? No?
Right there.
I mean, according to math, which if we're good, oops, I want to be like right there. Okay, what do you need?
In a smidgen. Whoa, whoa, you can't just hit it, brother.
I like it, dude. The apprentice has become the master.
Yeah, right there.
All right, do it. Nice work, gentlemen. Do we have enough scraps, Greg, to cut these 36 1/4 so we can just frame this and then cut these boards out? And I'm gonna go ahead and cut
Like
these.
2x?
Yeah, 2x. Oh, we'll use these. Let's use these. Saw me, dude. Ugh.
I want to know. I mean, it's,
No, you don't, dude. It's better not to know.
Maybe I don't.
Heck yes. Ugh, right in my face. That's kind of awkward.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, there we go. That is the unconventional way that we frame an unconventional window opening when there's a column in the way. So it's headed off. We're carrying the load of the truss nice, and we still have the strength of this column helping tie everything in. I think these horizontal boards that we carry from column to column like this are really what help give us our strength from like a wind load, but also having this column still here. I mean, solid. That's pretty solid, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
No one's kicking down that door.
No. And then, you know, this is a good condition to do because then it also makes your jambs nice and solid. So when you get mad at your wife and you're leaving, you can just slam the door.
Or vice versa, you know.
Yeah. All right, we got more windows to do. Let's keep going.
Are you gonna level this way or?
Well, let's hope that our wall's level, but yeah, let's go ahead and, no, I'm just gonna.
You gonna do that?
Just do that.
All right.
Nope, that's the middle, buddy.
Oh, shoot. Frick. Move your fingers, dog.
Okay. There. It's close enough. Yeah,
I respect it.
respectable. Okay, hold that right about there.
Try my best.
Do your best, man. You're doing good work. Nice. It is close to this corner still, ain't it?
Not, it is, but
Not much we can do about it. What do we got a window at?
is it?
That last one in the corner?
Yeah, I think so. Is it here?
No, it's all in the corner. So I'm not a big fan of putting a window like this super close to a column. It's another thing to consider. And really the only reason is because we now have 4 2x6s in a row. Okay. Oh boy, Greg. Here, hold it there, would you? I'm gonna suck this in. Oh yeah. That'll give us a good seal. One second. Oh, lift up your corner. Hope that's right. There. All right, well, I guess we had to do what I didn't like to do, but we just went ahead and threw a big bead of Lexel in this. That way we just don't have a nice gap that we can't insulate. I mean, wood is an insulated product of sorts. What is it, Greg?
Like
R4 per inch?
Something like that, yeah.
So it's better than nothing. And now we got enough room over here to do our closet. So there we go. All right, buddy. I'm gonna take some pictures and make sure the client likes everything where this is at. All right, so yesterday we got all those windows placed. We got the locations, you know, where we want them, talked to my client, we're all good there. So now we're gonna move forward, and you can see behind me, we've got a bunch of these boards now missing. That's because our 2-foot on center wall girt was just off where the window was gonna be. Now you could say you could have planned better, and I would agree that is always something you could think of, but it doesn't really matter. We need framing every 2-foot on center, and the window did not line up perfectly. So what we're doing is we're removing the board. We just have to drop it a little bit, and it will become our bottom of our window, and then we'll fill in our 2-foot on center layout after the fact. It should make our job a lot easier, and I'm cutting up all of my like incidental blocking that needs to be in the window frame in order to finish this. So hopefully before the wind comes back up, because I think it's supposed to be windier than it was yesterday, it's a gorgeous morning, we're gonna try to bust out a lot of this window framing this morning before we have to deal with the wind again. Good Lord, I'm getting covered in sawdust.
Are you getting covered in man glitter?
Hey, that'd be a cool t-shirt. Like a guy covered in sawdust. But it's actually, he calls it man glitter, Greg.
60 1/4.
Burned through so many screws on window day.
I just put one screw in these boards, and now I was gonna go back through once we get it all screwed on and put where we want it.
Okay.
Nail it with a nailer.
Sounds like a plan, brother.
Yeah.
Very important when you choose your lumber for this blocking that it's good straight lumber, because this is going to kind of dictate when you T-nailer this. It's going to dictate how straight this is. When choosing window lumber, I don't really care if there's a slight maybe bow in it. Like if this 2x6 had a slight bow in it, that's okay, as long as I'm plumb from top to bottom, because then when I use this 2x4 here, this is what I'm gonna make sure is a very straight board. And when I screw it all together, it straightens all this out real nice. So I did hand pick all this lumber last night. So that's the other thing. I mean, you know, depending on the project, I won't always order window or door lumber with the framing package, because, you know, when we got all this dropped and started framing, it's been a couple weeks. The weather kind of gets crappy. You get snowed on, sun comes out, and I don't want it to get all warped and twisted. I want to get it all secured in place before that does potentially happen. So just a little, you know, I guess a little tip, think about. You know, come here, look at this. This is something people always talk about, our nails and kind of what we do. Why not just use screws, right? So this is our framing nail. It's a 20-penny nail, and I just pulled that board out, used leverage, and it pulled right through. These nails, see if I can do this without falling. These nails, I can put all my weight on them. They have like, let's see if I can even, sometimes, if you get them to break, okay. These are like a spiraled nail with a coating on it. This coating actually is a glue that heats up and adds additional holding power. But in like normal conditions, yeah, this nail is not gonna come out. It's gonna pull the head usually right through the wood. But I just wanted to show you guys that it's not your traditional 16 penny nail. Like this is a lot different. Do it, you got it. Oh, nice job, man. Thanks, I need these. These are very important to me. Look at that big window. Imagine sitting here in your bed, you look out the window and you see the car dealership. And then you get to dream about maybe the next truck you're gonna buy, you know? So 2x6, normally we do a 2x4, but when we get really close to the column, it's nice to just go ahead and get this secured back to the column. It does make it a little bit stronger, and also it avoids us having to do a back block that goes here behind this face, because the only point of this is to secure girts. But since we have a column, we don't have anything in this spot. Gives us more insulation in there anyway, makes it easier. And then we can just have a nice solid 2x6 here. Also kind of flattens out the face, kind of just spreading across all of these potential inconsistencies from column to window jamb, all that good stuff. Oh boy! Ugh.
What are you doing?
Okay, we got a window here, once again, that is not very conducive to post frame placement, because it's gonna go, oh, if I can get it out of here, right about here, right there. So we're utilizing this girt as our bottom board, but it's going directly in the center of where this column is. We got chains on this wall, which means I got to move the chains. We got to replumb this out, and then we're going to have to do the similar thing with this window and this column that we did over here for the kitchen window. So, would you drop this chain, Greg?
Yeah.
And then we'll just move it over right there. Dang, you're doing too much, Greg.
But now I know it's not enough. Oh, that looks pretty centered there.
Oh, man. This is gonna be fun. And by fun, I mean not fun. Look at that. Hey, I just want to highlight.
It didn't sink at all.
I did not move. Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
So is it sawzall or sawzall?
It saws all.
Sawzall?
Yeah.
Sawzall?
Yeah. Saws all things. gone through that like butter. I thought about this the other day, right? Anytime we do a flat board in our design and then do Myrex and then try to do our electrical, that flat board messes us up. So, in other words, if we run a board this way, from the bottom up alongside this window, especially because it's kind of nice and tall, it will give us a pathway for electrical still through girts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, because when we could like.
Otherwise, we would not.
Around doors, we can't go up and down on doors because then we get a T-nailer on the inside.
Exactly. So what do you think about that? It's a pretty big brain, really, isn't it? Thinking ahead that far because we've done it so many times now that we messed up. Grab that box, let's get a mark on it, and let's throw it in.
I can respect it, I guess. They kind of have to. Yeah?
Yeah, I like it. Good enough for the girls I run with. Okay, cool. Right there, brother.
Okay. Wait.
Here, hold it. Hold it. I got a screw right here.
I'm holding.
I got you.
In my hand too, but. Nice. Good job, brother.
Thanks. You're a real bucket filler, man. Say what now? Yeah, these boards right here. Go ahead and put some tape on the bottoms and we'll plumb them straight up along the edge and just screw them in. They'll go from truss to the bottom and we'll get 2 blocks on the ground so that they are solid. Okay, all right.
And I think that doesn't matter.
This doesn't have anything other than just keeping it rigid.
Strength.
That's going to be tied in the same. Oh, you know what? Let me do a real quick check on the engineering plan.
Yeah.
And
that's a good
just
idea.
see how the engineer had this drawn up.
Always go back to the engineered plan.
Let me look at this window framing detail that's on these plans that I sell on my site and see if it shows how this detail is. Okay, so they show that board going there. Yep. Greg, it says user discretion. So,
okay.
Yep, we can go either side. Dude, look how much sturdier that is, Greg. And it's not even tied in at the bottom. That's way better.
Way better.
You know what? I'm just going to screw this.
Remember when we used to do this all the time? Every 4 foot?
Yeah, we did, dude. We used to do this every 4 foot.
Yep.
Well, we did it for a few jobs.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot, in fact. Now, we could have changed up the entire post layout of this end wall and done a column here, a column there. But here's what would have happened. It would have changed all of our layout of our framing. We would have not been able to use like a 2x6 16-footer on all of our framing. So I would have had to have thought mentally, okay, this is gonna be placed right here, which means this post is gonna go here. This post is gonna go here. Greg would have had to have thought about the layout when he cut all the lumber for this end wall. It just makes it easier to stick with a system, 8 foot on center when you can. And then when this sort of situation comes up, you just improvise, cut it out, make sure it's headed off properly, and just transfer that weight, which in this case we didn't have to because this is an end wall with a structural end truss, no weight bearing at all. So now we have a nice and solid wall, window right where the client wants it. That's it. Awesome. didn't get through that one? Son of a... This might be... No, it's not gonna be too bad. You know, it's a really good thing that we don't build like these really crappy structures that can't handle the first wind event that comes their way. Let's make sure that's good. And then let's take this. There we go. Well, you know, I always say you just got to keep improving. And I've done enough of these now to notice that I get air right there where the board goes along the concrete, because we don't ever seal it with nothing. We just kind of rely on maybe caulking later or something. So just put a fat bead there right now. I don't think you can ever have it all figured out at the first time, you know? Right there.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah?
Oh, heck yeah. I better get this, I better get the concrete fastened before the caulk firms up, and we can't move it around. Actually, where's that level at? Where's that at? I gotta go in a little bit, see if you can kind of kick it in a little. Okay, so it will definitely go, but it's not gonna stay, right? Here, let go though, does it stay? Nah, okay, I'll get boards. I just want to see how close it was.
Let's go. Because of the concrete.
100%. That was weird. Greg, that was weird, man. Like, you were talking to me, I heard you talking to me, and I looked up to have a conversation with you, and I never saw the door close, but you were not there.
I was just saying that the jam needs to be screwed in.
What jam?
That one right there.
Oh.
Where'd my screw gun go?
One more door.
I need a step stool.
So the key thing, if you're going to do this, and if you look at that, you notice how that laser is not square on that board. That means that my laser down here is not perfectly perpendicular to the wall. What happens is, if this board is out, this board is in, this board is out, and this laser is not perpendicular, as the, you know, in an extreme angle, if it's shooting like this and this board's out, it's gonna project further, meaning this line will be further to the right than this board. So I just try to check it just to be as close as possible and try to make sure that this laser is as squared up as possible to be as close as possible. That's pretty darn good right there. So then I can use it to just make some quick marks. It's just easier than trying to read a level, to be honest, I think. Now I know where my board's gonna go. Pretty easy. I don't have to hold anything. I don't have to worry about it moving on me. Okay, so, oh, that sucks. I messed up. I forgot what I would consider probably the most important one, which is the top. Dang it. More. Like another 3/4, yeah. More. Yeah, a little more.
A little more?
Yep, take it more. Yep, there you go, like that. I like it. I like it, buddy. There. Now I know. That's the important one. Thank you.
Yep.
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Yep.
One more. Let me get one more. Don't do that yet.
Yep.
Okay, now go ahead and do yours. All right. Throw your level up there. I think this had to come out just a hair.
Oh, there's a nice chain in the way.
That's all right.
That's all right. I mean,
You see that's good?
yeah, I'd say that's good.
Okay. Booyah, Grandma. Okay. Let me come out there and help you block that so we can be done. Not bad, not bad. Not bad.
Hey!
Wait, what is this for?
Right here.
Oh. Holy cow.
Beautiful.
You're a hazard, Wary.
You're a hazard, Wowie.
All right, we did it, dude. Nice job. All right, we got all the windows and doors framed out. It was a little bit challenging with, the window locations on some of the columns, but really only because it's usually really easy when a window or a door falls right inside of a bay. So hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. We have weather logic showing up in a couple days, which we will use on the roof. But like I said, we're not gonna wait around for that. So tomorrow, we're gonna get here and we're gonna start laying out and getting prepped and installing NovaCore for the first time. If you don't know what NovaCore is, that video is gonna be for you. It's a fully insulated exterior sheathing product. So we're gonna get a full outsolation on our structure here. It's gonna give us full thermal bridging protection because there will be a foam layer between everything. So I'm pretty excited for that. I can't wait to share that with you guys. And yeah, so make sure you guys follow along with that. Hit a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and we're gonna clean up, get out of here, and we'll catch you on the next video.